Intimacy comes in four flavors: emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. And in a relationship, it includes usually all four of those. You become emotionally connected because you can share your thoughts, your fears, your dreams, and feelings as you grow old with someone. However, for many different reasons, some of us sadly experience a lack of ideal situation in a past relationship, or we live through a terrible childhood that affects our primal urge to connect with someone, meaning you fear getting close or someone getting close to you, so you push them away because deep down you were once hurt so badly that the pain never really healed. So let's find out if you have a fear of intimacy. My name's Anna, and let's go. You have a history of short-term relationships. Think back to your past relationships. Do you find yourself dating someone and then you feel bored quickly, so you pull out and end the relationship? Or perhaps you ended things because you and your partner consistently argued. Well, someone that has a fear of intimacy never allows for a relationship to fully progress into a long-term thing and puts an end before things get way too serious. Sabotaging relationships. If most of your relationships turn sour and you always argue, or you find yourself constantly arguing with your partner, this is the second sign. You may react intensely to small situations, being over demanding, overly critical, trying to control the other person, and saying cruel things to purposely upset them. These extreme variants of emotions and actions are all to push the other person away and to be used as proof of, look, you aren't good enough, leave me alone. Now, relationships do feature arguments from time to time, but extreme sabotaging of the relationship and threatening to break up mid-argument is toxic and a huge indication of intimacy avoidance. You place everything else at such a higher importance. The fear of intimacy is built around hiding a weakness. Now, the weakness of wanting someone and being wanted. You avoid people because they may see your weaknesses and flaws that you associated to yourself many years ago when you were let down, say, by your caregivers or parents. If you prefer to engage in your hobbies and work all the time instead of having a relationship, well, this is your proof. Your needs of a partnership are way too perfect. You may tell people that you won't enter a relationship until someone takes off all 50 boxes on your list of my future needs, or you use this as fuel in an argument with a partner to push them away. It's obvious we aren't working out because I need someone who is just as ambitious as me, and you aren't ambitious, so this thing's never gonna work. You may even find that when you confront your partner with your needs, they come back and say, but I've been supporting you through this new business that you've created. I even took snowboarding lessons that we could be an active couple that you wanted. And I removed and sold my dragon figurines from the living room so that you could have more of a feng shui vibe in the house. You will find that no matter how hard your partner tries to compromise, it's never enough. You act different depending on who you are with. If you find yourself very confused with who the real you is, it's because you are hiding your real self and putting up a wall that merges and just blends in with those around you so that they don't sense how hurt you are on the inside. Insatiable desire. A person that fears intimacy can still have relationships, however they have a big focus on the bedroom antics and really nothing more. They have a high sex drive, and when that feeling's over, they go back to their very fear avoidance intimacy ways. Everyone tells you how positive you are. Fake friendships and relationships are thoughts that remain on a surface level. Everyone's just constantly smiling, no one moans or complains, and no one talks about their feelings or how sad they felt that day. However, a true deep meaningful relationship is one where you share how you feel and you are not afraid to be vulnerable. So if you are always upbeat and people never see you having a bad day, it's because you forcefully brave a smile all the time, so people can't see your hurt. You are the mother hen. Jumping off the previous idea, if your friends and your family members come to you in their time of need, it's because, well, they see you as this very strong, independent person. You can give them solid advice and help them with what they need to figure out because, well, you don't have any emotional attachment to problems, therefore you are very A to B. You only date other unavailable people. You could find that you only seem to date other workaholics, people with little time for a real deep relationship, or something that's just a weekend type of thing, or you date codependent partners who are very easy to manipulate. Deep down, though, you fear being abandoned. A long time ago, you were really burnt in the past. Maybe a parent passed away or they were emotionally unavailable, and this hurt you throughout your childhood to your early teen years, and the pain is so deep that it's a wound that's constantly open. And you are so actively aware of this that you don't just fear relationships romantically, but with friends. You always feel a little bit concerned of how to be intimate because the thought terrifies you. You may have moments where you dread being alone. You may not hear from your partner for a couple of hours and then panic thinking something bad has happened to them and chronically phone them. And then when you know they are okay, you go back to being very avoidant. The elastic band effect. Maybe you are already in a relationship or you have noticed this specific trait in a previous one. You find yourself getting close to your partner, you start to open up, share your needs and desires, and then you feel the urge to pull away and almost blank them. You don't want anything to do with them. You don't want to kiss them or cuddle them. You may still want to have sex, but there's nothing really passionate or romantic going on. You could find yourself finding it so unbearable to share the same bed with someone else that you never go to bed the same time as your partner because that's just too intimacy provoking. You can't think about a future with a partner. When you think about your next 5 years, is there a romantic partner in there? Is there children? If you can only imagine career goals and passions, this could be your sign. It is hardwired into your brain to avoid intimacy that you never actually think about future plans with a partner. Now, this includes even those non-romantic plans, such as just large purchases together, like sofas, travel plans, and you forget to include your partner because you are hardwired to only look out for number one. You get very uncomfortable when others are upset. You prefer to remain in the background and be a little bit distant. And having to deal with a partner's emotions is so overwhelming that you just do not know what to do. You seem to just blankly stare at them, repeating, "What can I do?" Instead of actually doing something like offering an unprompted hug, you become very matter of fact. There's no reason to cry about not bagging this job because there's plenty more. You say, "I can only depend on myself a lot." This seems to be your life's philosophy. People let you down and you have many examples of proof when this has happened. You hate asking people for help because you don't quite believe that they are good enough for you. And the idea of asking for support or help is an extreme weakness in your eyes. We made it to the end of the video. If you like this video, give us a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It will make my day. And you can even go one step further and get your name up on our super fan board. These are some amazing people that actually support the channel every single month. And if you want to know more about that, then click the description box below to find out some more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.